Update time again. What do we have here, my friends? The back half of this guard looks quite good. And I'm not saying the front half it's really ugly, but it's not pretty. She's had, obviously, a fairly good knock in the front here at some stage. Like it was a lot of filler in through here, and obviously up on top here, this was really thick, full of filler along that edge to lift it up. It's been damaged there or bent up, or I don't know what's going on exactly. So I'm in two minds whether to just strip this fully. I don't think there's any serious major rust in it anywhere. But I had that 65 guard out the back that I can have a look at. I don't think there's much rust in that either. So, assuming that everything bolts on the same and everything's the same except for the moulding holes, which are further down, that I'd have to weld up. Because it is quite rough and it's sort of out of shape here, and I think it's hard to say, but I think it's high through here and it's low in here, and because they're dead like buckets down in there, like it's not going to be that easy to get into to try and make better. I could do, like I could do, with a bit of heat, get this hot and drive something in behind there and work with some, with a hammer and a dolly and a shrinking paddle, and see if we can get this a bit better. Or do I strip that 65 guard off? Or strip it off around the front and see what it's like. See what it's like for damage. Do I strip it completely before I go any further with this one? Anyway, instead of wasting the rest of my wheel on this, and then strip the other one, and it's way better. I'm guessing I'm pretty sure the 66 and 65 guards are the same except for where the cone goes around, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't know. From what I can see, they're the same. Like, I don't think there's much difference in the front end of the carts that's around the tail lights and the boot lid that's different. I think that's the major difference in the 65s. Like, the grill's different. This has got a 65 grill in it anyway, so what does it matter? It's going to be a bits and pieces car. And at the end of the day, I don't really care. It's going to be my car. I'll make it what I can. I haven't got buckets of money to throw at it, but I can make it a real good, clean, sweet runner, nice driver. Get the suspension set up right, and it'll cruise for another 25 years, and I've got to have a spare motor, hopefully one of these days soon, and I might, as time progresses and I get this running, I might play with that one and build up something with a little bit more grunt in it, maybe put a stroke kit in it, like a 4-inch stroker kit, and push it out to like 390 or something like that, and build up something with a bit more horsepower. Maybe get a 4-barrel intake from the States or something for it. As time progresses, I'll stick with the 2-barrel, and I'll play with the heads. I can soon pull those heads off and put them on the other motor, later on or something. But we'll get back to this, because this was really heavy with filler through here and right across the top here. Not quite so bad just here, but just thick through here, like you can see. Like it was real thick through here. And I think I'm probably better off to stop here and clean that other guard up and have a look and see what's the best way to go. I could spend hours and hours and hours trying to dolly all this out and get it better. Like, I'm never going to get it perfect, because I just don't have the skills for that. But I can get it pretty good with a bit of heat, and because it's just going to be awkward to get in there. But I reckon if I did similar sort of thing to what I did with the my VC Valiant Guard, shape a bit of wood, drive it up in there when it's hot, and then dolly it from the outside. That's pretty much what I did, and tower blocks of wood in there with bars and stuff, and put heaps of pressure on it. Heat it up with a torch or with a butane torch or something like that, and try and dolly it out and get a bit nicer and a bit flatter, and then I can fill these holes, and I could do that, quite easily, and have another good spare guard later on. But yeah, I think I might pull that other guard around and have a play and see what it's like around the front. Because my wire wheel's still good at the moment. Like, I've flicked a bit of primer on that next door. Now that I've got everything off that, because it's been raining off and on today, so there's a bit of moisture in there. I just didn't want to leave it bare metal too long, and let the moisture attack the metal, because it will pretty quick. I don't want it to go rusty too fast, but so I will flick a bit of primer on this, because it's a good solid. It's pretty rust free, this guard, so it's worth saving if I have to. But I could straighten it out and give it to somebody else if they really needed one. If somebody had a real rotten guard, this would be better than a rotten guard. But if that other guard's better than this, and I don't have to spend hours and hours and hours straightening it out, would be beneficial. So in the VC, I didn't have much option. I didn't have a spare guard, and it wasn't that bad. It was all, I don't think we had a big crunched in spot, and it was full of filler, and they filled in like this sort of thing, it was, it was like 10, 15 mil thick in this big dint. If you look back and through my other videos, it was a big huge dint, and I just kept driving I shaped a block of wood and kept driving it in there and dialing it from the outside, and I actually managed to get back to pretty flat and straight again. And then I think it was a finished layer of filler over top, and probably 8 or 10 coats of primer over top, block back, and it was pretty good. Unfortunately I didn't get to paint the car, but I was only probably another week of, probably another month of weekends and the nights just blocking it back, getting it nice and straight, and it would have been ready for paint if I didn't come to Oz. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. We'll strip a bit of paint off this other guard and I'll have a look at it. Cheers.